Salutations everyone, this is Razor here giving you some gameplay with the G18, aka the Glock. My first kill here is with the Dragunov, but I was just trying to, get some spawn sniping on, but unfortunately only get this unlucky soul right here. But this is some hardcore domination, so if you don't like hardcore, you can go ahead and minimize this video, watch something else, and listen to my amazing voice. But here it is, G18. This gun has a ton of recoil to it, a lot of gun kick, a lot of view kick, and it is probably the least used machine pistol. At least it's the one that I see the least of. I mean, of course, the FMG9s. You're always going to see half the people in the lobby using that. The MP9 is also very good. I've seen some people use that as their primary weapon, just with a silencer on or something. And the Scorpion also is very uncommon, but it seems to be more forgiving and better handling than the G18. I don't know why they decided to go the route that they did with the machine pistols, because, well, first of all, see, I pick up another machine pistol just because I don't have a scavenger on this class, but that'll change soon. When it comes to secondaries, I myself big fan of the pistols. Just your regular pistol sidearm, like the P99 or the Desert Eagle or something like that. And machine pistols throw in a little bit of variety in there. But what it did in Modern Warfare 2 and what it continues to do in Modern Warfare 3 as Modern Warfare 2's predecessor is that it gives everyone an excuse not to use the pistol, because the machine pistols are so much better, and you'd be at a disadvantage, be gimping yourself if you decided to put on a sidearm that wasn't a launcher, and instead of using a pistol you go with the machine pistol because they're fully automatic and they do tons of damage up close and are just a better weapon than a pistol in every situation, because they're fully automatic, and you don't give up anything. They're the same mobility and everything, and it's not like they all have a ton of recoil or they do no damage from afar. So if you're using a regular pistol, you're at a disadvantage. Well, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. It's not like everyone's running around with a pistol or a machine pistol, but when it comes to an engagement where you ran out of ammo, or see it get nuked by a fag over there, but if you run out of ammo, or you're switching to your secondary for whatever reason, you're at a much bigger advantage, or less of a disadvantage, if you will, if you're using a machine pistol as opposed to a regular pistol. And here I am with my G18 class right here. I do believe I got my specialist perks going on just so I can keep using this Glock for as long as I can. So that's why machine pistols are so popular, because they're easier to use and they're better weapons. I have a ton of fun using regular pistols, and my combat record really reflects that. I'm in the top 1,000 in pistol kills, which is kind of weird because I don't use them, really exclusively. But that just goes to show how many people use the pistol sidearms, and that's kind of a shame because they're really cool. And secondly, everyone's using machine pistols, so they're kind of harder to kill when they don't have that primary weapon in their hands, or if they're using a sniper rifle and they need something that's good at close range as their secondary, if they're not that good at half scoping, then they'll usually have a machine pistol, typically Kimbo FMG9s or MP9 with a silencer or extended mags or whatever. And so some people that would have been easier to kill if they would have had like an MP412 or a USP45, all of a sudden become harder to kill because all of a sudden they have a fully automatic weapon in their hands. that's you know, just as good as having, you know, a submachine gun in their hand for some cases. And I have no problem with there being good secondaries. I mean, I like there being good secondaries because it allows me to do things like this, where I just use a secondary weapon and use it as a primary and start, you know, beasting on fools. You know, that's you know, kind of the thing that I like to do because I like my variety. So I'll throw on a G18 with extended mags and start, you know, destroying kids, or you know, just using my knife or what have you. And that was great about Modern Warfare 2 is it had good secondaries. I mean, it had, you know, some, you know, pretty good pistols. You know, none of them were great. There was no, you know, COD 4 Desert Eagle, but you know, the 44 Magnum was pretty damn powerful, and that just continues to get weaker as every COD goes along. But that's a different video. And you know, there's some good pistols, some good machine pistols. You know, like the G18, which, man, I loved using that thing. Popping a Kimbo on those bad boys with steady aim, I'd just be crushing fools, and you know, feeling hella badass. You know, using scavenger and steady aim and hardline or whatever the hell. And you know, that was a lot of fun. I didn't think the G18s were too strong or overpowered, and I didn't even see them that much in Modern Warfare 2. But for some reason, you know, who knows why Infinity Ward does what they do, but they decided to really nerf the Glock. And you know, unfortunately, this is what we get. This thing has a ton of recoil. You know, it still does decent damage up close, but you know, the akimbo hip spread is not what it used to be. I don't know why they decided to give the akimbo FMG9s the best hip spread of any gun in the game that's not called the Type 95. But and also give the G18 terrible hip fire. But whatever. Also give it a ton of recoil, so it's kind of hard to use alone. I mean, you see me use it as with a silencer on it, and right now I'm using it with extended mags just so I get more ammunition. But man, on Modern Warfare 2, I loved putting like a Kimbo and a silencer on it. That was one of the cool things about Modern Warfare 2 is you could put 2 attachments on a secondary weapon and make it you know, more versatile. And that was pretty fun, going to a search and destroy and just using a Kimbo silencer G18s. That was pretty awesome. But you know, I like playing the game different ways, and you know, good secondaries allow me to do that. Modern Warfare 2 had good pistols, machine pistols, as well as shotguns. And shotguns, you know, were probably too good to be secondary, so you know, they made them primaries in Black Ops and continued that trend in Modern Warfare 3, which I'm all for, because I love me using shotguns. And you know, there's something that I had wanted to do in previous COD titles where I had a shotgun as my primary and a pistol as my backup. You know, I've always wanted to have 2 secondaries, which I thought would always be really cool, and really doesn't, you know, help you. But it just allows you to play the game a different way, and I would definitely like to see that. Just allow me to run around with a machine pistol, maybe 2 or a couple of pistols, or you know, 1 of each, or a pistol and a launcher. I think that'd be hella fun. But you know, I can't, you know, force these people to do cool things in their games. But you know, I don't think that, you know, when a pistol or a secondary weapon starts to become more powerful than a primary weapon, you start to run into problems. Because let's face it, the akimbo FMG9s are stronger than any shotgun in the game, and stronger than any submachine gun in the game outside of the PP90. I mean, it rivals the PP90. I mean, it's definitely more overpowered than the PP90 because it's a secondary and it has the best hip spread out of any gun. But it might not be as strong in other situations, especially since you can put like extended mags and a silencer on a PP90 when you can't do it with the FMG9. But the FMG9 should not be as strong as they are. I mean, they said that they've nerfed them and all this BS, but, you know, come on. That's like when they said that they nerfed the FAMAS, and we all know that never really happened. And until they just completely take the punch out of the FMG9s, they'll always be overpowered. And, you know, the MP9 is good enough to be a primary weapon. It's better than the PM9. And, you know, so that's a problem. The G18 isn't better than any of the primary weapons, so I don't have a problem with that. As well as the Scorpion. So, you know, those are my 2 favorite, you know, submachine guns, and those are the ones I use the most. But, You know, secondaries should never be stronger than primary weapons because that disturbs the balance, and it also makes it easier for noobs and harder for people that are just trying to have fun with the game. But that's just my thoughts on that. My final score is something impressive, and hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.